I was thinking about a moment that we had 6 days or 7 days ago. Teodora was celebrating her birthday, and so I did a huge surprise for her. Actually, a few of them.
Whole
And
month
then
of surprises.
whole month of surprises. And then I took her to Dubai, and we were going to these different places to eat because both of us are really into food. So, so we were at this wonderful restaurant, and we were just thinking about it's probably one of the nicest restaurants worldwide. And we were sitting there having dinner, not worrying about, the amount that is gonna come, the bill. And then the waiter, he comes and he says, by the way, one of the most famous footballers was just sitting on this table like 2 days ago. And then we remembered one of our first dates when we had just started dating. She came back from the UK, I came back from Sweden, where I
We're
was
both
studying.
living abroad I was living for 4 years and you were living for a few years.
Yeah.
So we came back to Bulgaria at the same time.
Yeah, and so we had met in a very interesting context where I was speaking at a Bible study, and she was one of my students. I really liked her. It's the only student that I ever liked and took out for a date, and it worked.
So
Thank God for that. But it was funny because we were remembering how on the first date we went to this restaurant in Sofia, and we really liked the place. We were thinking about maybe having our wedding in this location. And we were sitting there, and when we opened the menu, we realized we could probably afford a salad and share it in that place. So it's not even a joke. We ordered one salad, and we asked for plates, to share the salad. And then we had the water.
And we said we weren't hungry and
Yeah, of course we were not. We were really full. We were full of love. But to make the long story short, there we are sitting there, and we came out of this place inspired. We said, this is the place we're going to have our wedding. So we are now going to start to work on it. We're going to save for that. We're going to believe for that. And this is what we're going to do. So we end up, of course, doing the wedding at that very place and starting our life together. And then some of our investments that started before we planted a Protestant church. That's a crazy thing that we did in this city. And then 7 years later, I would say, like a proverb, an ancient proverb says that one person can put 1,000 enemies to flight, but a marriage, a family, can put 10,000 to flight. So it really happened for us where everything we do together has been really blessed and successful. And I think part of the reason for that is that we always wanted to serve people. We have a common vision of just bettering humanity. And we believe it starts with the spiritual, because we are not just religious, but we are spiritual people. We believe that every human being consists of three parts: a spirit, a soul, and the physical body. And we give so much attention to the body and sometimes to the soul, but almost never to the spiritual part of us, which I think is the most key element of our existence and meaning on this planet. So we found that line of service, and it has been incredible for us to see a lot of families that we are coaching and helping them in their relationships, celebrities that we are helping in crisis, and it has been amazing to see hundreds, thousands of lives changed through our union. Like most of the people in the world today, they only can see you as one thing. And many times they would even judge you if you're more than one.
Yes.
So if they know you're a preacher, they wouldn't like you to also be a businessman. And if you're a businessman and you come in and you say I'm a spiritual person, then they kind of get confused, right? So, but I believe that every person is so much more than just one thing. And many times in different seasons of your life, you also manifest different things. Like in one season, you're maybe more of a husband, and one season you're more of a businessman. But then when you have all of this happening in your life at the same time, I think it's about, just almost like you've seen these people, they are juggling, is that what you call it? Right? So they have these 10 balls, right? They're juggling with them. So what they do is they touch one of the balls and push it just as much to give it enough momentum to move in the cycle, right? And then they do the same with the next one. So my philosophy and our philosophy has been that, okay, let's give a push, right? Let's create the right systems also, and then give momentum and build leaders and people that can take over different parts of the systems, and then kind of keep on pushing, right? Keep on giving this momentum to all the organizations that you are involved with and all the people that you're responsible for. So that has been our strategy.
Absolutely, which means planning, a lot of planning, organizing, even planning. When I say planning, not only for work, not only for the serious parts, but planning fun, planning family time, planning dates, planning time for the children. Because if you don't plan, that's what we found for ourselves, it just doesn't work.
What is one thing that you think is key for us and has made it work so well?
Well, there are a few things I can think of immediately, but definitely having one vision at the beginning, having this one foundation. So when we first met, it wasn't that I got inspired to do what we do now because of him. I mean, he was a great inspiration for me, but on my own, I already had an idea what my life was going to be. So I spent a lot of time searching for myself first. I spent and invested in going to seminars and learning more about myself, because many times when people want to find the person for themselves, they don't realize the importance of being the right person instead of searching the right person. And for me, that was a great revelation. Before even we started dating, and actually that was one of the reasons, because when we first met and everything happened so fast, basically we had only one date and he was like, oh, I think I'm going to marry you. And I was like, I freaked out, basically. I didn't know what to do with myself.
Seriously, like that's how I am.
Yes.
I'm like, if I get a clear vision.
But tell the people what you really said to me. It's
what I said?
What you actually said on this date.
Yeah, I'm going to tell.
It's part of the
okay,
amazing stuff.
I'm going to tell you. So I took her on the first date, and I said, listen now, I really like you. I think I'm in love with you, but I want you. I think you're supposed to be my wife. And I said, everything in life so far that I asked for worked for me. And this is going to be also working for me. So I hope you can see it too. But then it was not funny, because she said, well, thank you for the dinner. So she actually got up from the table. I was like, it was the shock of my life. I never saw that coming, right? So I'm sending her to the taxi, and I'm opening the door. I said, are you serious? Is this it? Like, you're really going? She said, yeah, I'm really going. I was like, okay, bye. I was so sad. Couldn't sleep all night. Then I get a text message the next morning from her. She says, what are you doing? How are you? And then I just called her. I said, I'm going out for coffee with you.
Yeah, so this was, it happened exactly as he said. It worked for him. Again.
When you have inner peace and you're really kind of in deep awareness of yourself and your meaning, then
Yeah, that gives
you know,
you.
in the spirit realm, you don't have to hurry for anything. Everything comes at you all the time. You just have to be present and fully present and fully alive in order to catch it. If you do spend time on filling the cup of your partner and serving your partner, then your partner gets to be so much better at work and at any project that you're working on together. So imagine two people that are just, my focus is, yes, I have to make money, yes, I have to take care of the future of our home and all the people that work for us and people that we are responsible for, but she's my first priority. So I really want to serve her and fill her cup and make her feel special and important and really blessed. And then she has the same mindset towards me. So this really makes the relationship not just like a contract where I do this for you and you do this for me and it's me and you and kind of a separate thing, but more of a deep love connection where I'm trying to really get the best out of her and she's trying to get the best out of me.
You're
Ready.
right?
Ready.
Either you or
Either me or she.
Be
Okay.
very honest, it's gonna be
Yeah, very honest and very
Okay.
Who's more funny? Who's more intelligent? Who is more messy? Who's more organized? Who is more emotional?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Maybe
Who
both.
is more risk tolerant?
Yeah, that's really.
Who will be the best grandparent?
Oh. This guy.
Who said I love you first?
Him.
Who wants to work more?
I think you.
Probably,
Who
Yeah.
is more chill?
Me.
Who works out the most?
Oh.
Usually I have the records, but now she's the one in the gym more. Thank you.
Thank you.